All right, hello guys. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your source of aggregated cryptocurrency and blockchain news of the day. My name is Shamari Clark. Welcome. Today we got three good stories for you. We have official news from Tron today. So it's official now. I'm going to surprise you with that one. Coinbase Pro goes live. So this is for active traders. If you're an active trader out there, this is good news for you. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. And look, we're going to get into a little geopolitics, the trade war, oh my gosh, and how it's going to benefit how it could benefit cryptocurrencies. It's not guaranteed, but how it could benefit cryptocurrencies. And we're going to get into that because, oh yeah, it's going to be good stuff. Okay, so let's go. Let's get the day started as we usually do with our market movements of the day. Now, as you know, I always call them the usual suspects of the day at the top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Stellar, Cardano, IOTA, and Tron. Now, markets are pretty tame. 0.8% here, up to 3.4 for, what's that, Ethereum over there. Oh, look at Tron. And the story I'm about to tell you is probably the reason why Tron is up today. If you're a Tron hodler, boy, oh boy, man, you've had some good news going on for you guys, huh? All right. So, oh, we got a little red here, a little green there. So the markets are actually behaving like a market. Some go up, some go down. Not just because Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. Or just because Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. All right. So we have a nice mixed market today. Let's look at the top earners of the day. Booyah, who the Bumbaclot? Hoi Huobi token. Oh, 17%. Now that's some good double digits right there. Bibox token. We just talked about those guys the other day, or we saw them the other day. Whoops. In our top 10 thing again. Syscoin's been doing that. Tron's up there. Scree info. Guess they're trying to say security info maybe. Moac, Augur, Factum, and Cortex round off the top 10 earners of the day. Now, let's get to some news. Now, it's official. Tron bought BitTorrent, and crypto won't stop talking about it. And it's true. I mean, I know, guys. I've had, 4 or 5 Tron stories in the past couple weeks. But that's how it works. Like, what I do is I research all these websites every day, and the top 5 stories, the top couple stories is, well, the ones I bring. And, people just won't stop talking about Tron. So if it's that big of a news, this is cryptocurrency and blockchain news. That's why I keep bringing it. So not that I'm trying to shill Tron or anything. It's just that's the news, right, of the world. So the founder of a little-known cryptocurrency is making big waves. First leak last week. That's when I reported it to you. More details emerged today, on how Justin Sun, the founder of a controversial cryptocurrency project called Tron, with a market capitalization of more than $3 billion, is acquiring the file-sharing service BitTorrent for as much as $140 million. And there it is, man. There's the tweet, the official tweet. It has happened. It has been finalized. There it says right there, got finalized. If you just did a double take, you're not alone. If you're just like, what? Tron just bought BitTorrent? I know. That's why we're saying, what's he got planned for this thing? Justin Sun, he's the CEO of Tron. What's he got up his sleeve there? A quick recap. Tron, the 10th largest cryptocurrency in the world, according to data published by CoinMarketCap, is in the midst of gearing up for a big software launch. That's right. Their mainnet comes online on the 25th. Today's the 19th, so 6 days from now. And also, just as a reminder, if you are a Tron hodler, remember, your Trons need to be on an exchange for you to get the migration. Tron is going to its own mainnet off of the Ethereum ERC20 token and onto their own token, their own whole mainnet. So if you are a Tron hodler, let me say it like this. If you are a Tron hodler, by the 21st, get your money on an exchange. Usually with, what do you call these, airdrops and hard forks, you need your money on like a wallet, not on an exchange, because exchanges don't support hard forks. This is not an airdrop or a hard fork. This is just a migration of the token. and a lot of exchanges. We reported it, so go back into some of these videos. I have a list of the exchanges that are going to support the migration for you. You're not going to have to do anything. Make sure your Trons, though, are on an exchange, not on like that new wallet that just came out or anything like that. Make sure it's on an exchange so you can get your tokens. In full disclosure, Binance says that they're going to do permanent token swaps, meaning anytime you put Tron on Binance, after the migration, obviously, they're going to automatically swap them for you, even after the 25th. Your stuff needs to be on an exchange by the 25th, but Binance is the one exchange that said they're going to be doing permanent token swap for you. So if you don't happen to get around to it, there is still Binance, but then you may have to open an account. I don't know if you're with Binance or whatever, but so there is an escape route if you miss the transition, but just put it on whatever exchange you're on. BitTorrent, Bitfinex, so many are supporting the migration, okay? And that'll keep your money safe, holders. Keep your money. That's why we're here. We're here for crypto news. We're here to end this together. We're in this war together, brothers. Don't worry, I got your back. Put your shit on an exchange and let's go. Let's keep that cash. All right. So the project officially kicked off efforts in May to shift from the Ethereum token it used for fundraising and what's called a token swap to new tokens on a wholly independent blockchain dubbed Odyssey 2.0. So the new blockchain that Tron's making, it's called Odyssey 2.0. But the road to that point has been a tumultuous one, marked by allegations of plagiarism against its white paper. Whatever, we're not into that. We just want to know about the money. As such, the acquisition was yet another opportunity for supporters and critics to spar. So I'm not gonna get into the back and forth with blah, 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 blah. You can make your own decision whether you think Tron is good or not. Blah, blah, blah. Here's a tweet. This guy's all like, oh, so that's the confirmation. Blah, blah, blah. Confirmed. They bought the thing. Damn it. They bought the BitTorrent. So what's the motive? I'm not going to get into all this. It's just nonsense. But beyond the speculation over how negotiations for the acquisition of BitTorrent actually went down behind the scenes, critics have questioned the strategic motivation of even purchasing BitTorrent's file sharing service in the first place. All right, I'll just say it quickly. What happened was Justin's son wanted to buy BitTorrent, and he told them that they're not allowed to shop around BitTorrent to anyone else, and they broke the contract, but it's resolved, and so he has BitTorrent now. So that's why I didn't read that other part. Blah, blah, blah. For one, the technology behind the service BitTorrent offers is entirely open source and available for public view. So they think that's a good thing. As such, some have been suggesting that what Sun is going after with this acquisition is not BitTorrent services per se, but rather the established platform BitTorrent possesses from which to create entirely new services. Blah, blah, blah. Some more tweets. People speculating, because it's all speculation. That's why I'm not reading all these tweets. We're going to see what the guy does with it. And actually, I'm going to show you why we're not even going to read these tweets, because he gives a shit. Others feel that the speculation is unnecessary given the sheer reach of BitTorrent around the globe, serving millions of users each day. Why wouldn't you want to buy something that has millions of users each day? Other questions are open questions. Still, without a clearly defined motive, critics of Tron continue to warn away investors and view this acquisition as a poor attempt to legitimize what is clearly, to some, a scam. Wherever they get that from. So, more tweets, but this is the real deal here. For now, it seems Sun is content with staying tight-lipped about what potential next steps for Tron as it relates to BitTorrent. BitTorrent announced Tuesday that it doesn't plan to shift its services in light of the deal. So what's going on there? Why buy it? What's going on? What's going on? That's what we want to know. The suspense is killing me. All right. Still, it might be too early to tell just what's in store. Now, in an interview on Huobi Talk, transcribed and translated on Medium, Justin Sun said, regarding how we can unite with BitTorrent, I will keep it a secret first. In July, we will have some activities with BitTorrent. Please pay attention to that. Thank you. Yo. So they got some good news going on. They got some sneaky business they're going to do. He says in July they're going to tell us. It's only a couple of weeks away. Let's see. That's exciting. I mean, that's a major acquisition. It's a new technology acquisition of a new technology company acquiring sort of, I guess you could call it old technology, right? It's kind of strange. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what he's got planned for it. Is he going to upgrade their stuff or something? Like, who knows? Who knows? I have no idea. But I'm excited. And so you Tron hodlers, oh, good news for you. And Tron went up in value. Hold on. Tron rocked. Yeah. Hold on a second. We're going to get back to news in a minute. But remember, Tron was at 4.2 yesterday. It's at 4.9 now. So slight increase on that news of the day. All right. Now, so that was for Tron hodlers. That story was for Tron hodlers. This story now is for active traders. Are you an active trader? Do you trade this stuff? All right, then. Well, here's how you do it. Well, here's where you can do it. Popular cryptocurrency exchange desk Coinbase on May 23rd had announced plans to shutter its digital asset platform GDAX to launch the new Coinbase Pro, which will cater specifically to crypto traders. If you're a crypto trader, well, these guys are pulling out all the stops for you. Yesterday, GDAX officially tweeted prompting its users to switch to the Coinbase Pro. Coinbase Pro is an evolution of GDAX. David Farmer, general manager of Coinbase Pro, on Medium said, on Friday, June 29th, we say goodbye to GDAX and hello to Coinbase Pro. To take full advantage of this upgrade, we recommend you start using it at pro.coinbase.com now. So, blah, blah, blah. That's the same tweet, but we just read it. Coinbase Pro is a new interface built on top of existing GDAX trading engine. As per what Coinbase states, the Pro upgrade has been designed with the needs of the active trader in mind. This is for active traders. Coinbase Pro offers industry-leading API, which lets the user develop secure programmatic trading bots. There's this new thing, trading bots. Yeah, man. I guess, like, I'm a Forex trader. So in the Forex market, they're called EAs. And so you can throw an EA in your MetaTrader platform, and it'll trade it for you. It'll trade your account for you. And I guess that's what they're doing. So they're sort of emulating the Forex world, really. I mean, they really are, because they have currency pairs, which is silly, but whatever. Whatever. It also offers insurance protection, with USD balances being covered by the FDIC up to $250,000. So, the FDIC insures regular bank accounts. If you have a bank account with, Wells Fargo or Bank of America, or whoever, you're insured up to $250,000 per account. So that's going to be part of this thing. So you will be insured up to $250,000. So if Coinbase gets hacked, your money gets stolen or whatever, guess what, baby? You get your money back through the FDIC. So that's good. That's really good, actually. That's fucking awesome. That pretty much turns it into, like, pretty much this bank account that you can just make a lot of money with trading, and like some sort of hybrid brokerage standard account. Anyway, so the Medium account read, Coinbase Pro is more than a new name. It's a recognition that the crypto trader requires a product completely dedicated to their specific needs. And that's what it's all about. They're really getting into you guys' needs. I don't actively trade. I'm a hodler. And I do a little airdrops and little hard forks for quick money. But I'm a Forex trader. I don't see how you trade this stuff without proper data. But whatever. For you who do trade this stuff, this is for you. And here we go. The new features on Coinbase Pro include all transactions and related attributes from GDAX will automatically be shown in Coinbase Pro. So if you're on GDAX right now, when you log into Coinbase Pro, all your account info is going to be there for you from back when you were in GDAX. So they make the transition super easy. Aims to make the trading experience easier and more intuitive. Deposit and withdrawal processes are made simpler. Easy navigation in the trade window, and you can access historical data. And this is what I like. Consolidated portfolio, a view called My Wallets that lets customers see an overview of their account orders and balances. So you can see, like in the Forex world, I have this page and it shows me all my orders, right? Shows me my open orders and the active trades happening all at once, right? Whatever currency pair. So, I mean, I guess if you guys didn't have that, you're going to enjoy that, because you just get to see what the hell's going on, right? Which trades are making you money, which aren't, stuff like that. So, yeah, and that's about it. So that was just a quick update. I know Coinbase is very popular here in America. It's pretty much where most of us Americans put our fiat in order to get into buying the ethers and the Ethereums and the Bitcoins so that we can take them to other exchanges and buy the tokens we want. But I know that GDAX is also popular for traders. Guys like to be trading. So that's why I did this story for you guys, just so that if anyone's out there and you're trading, yo, head on back to Coinbase. They have a new and improved features. They have new and improved features for you, okay? All right. Now, this is the interesting part. This is more what I like. I'm an economist type guy, you know. I'm in the global markets. So this is what I like to hear. Trade war fears between China and U.S. boosts the crypto market. Now, okay. Let's just get into this. Let's read this first. This guy, Donald Trump, he's a madman. Okay, hold on a second. U.S. President Donald Trump's latest response to levy a further tariff on a further $200 billion worth of Chinese imports has created widespread fears of an imminent trade war. The escalation between Washington, D.C. and Beijing's tit-for-tat tariff war has been triggering widespread uncertainty throughout both nations' financial markets, with the NASDAQ Composite Index, S&P 500, Shanghai Composite, and Nikkei 225 Index all suffering losses today. The trade relationship between the United States and China must be much more equitable, President Trump said. The United States will no longer be taken advantage of on trade by China and other countries in the world. Look, this guy's a fucking idiot, but he's right. Like, if you know anything about economics, you know we've been getting fucked over by these countries for a long time, right? Like, we're only allowed to sell 50,000 Ford vehicles in Europe, but Europe is allowed to sell all the Volkswagens and Porsches and Jaguars and Alfa Romeos and Renaults and Volvos they want in this country, unlimited. I know we're talking about China, so let me tell you about China. China does the same thing. We're only allowed to sell like 50,000 Fords there. But they're allowed to sell all the cars and stuff they want here. That was because back in the days, China used to be a third world country. So under World Trade Organization rules, they were considered what's called an emerging market, a developing market. So under developing markets were allowed to put tariffs on. They're not developing anymore, motherfuckers. They're the second highest economy in the world. You're no longer developing. You are developed. Now, it's true, only 300 million Chinese people are in the middle class. So that's like take America, and every single American were middle class, properly middle class, with cars and houses and all that. And they are a 1.4 billion person nation. So their argument is, well, only 300,000 of us are middle class, but the rest are peasants, which they are. I mean, there are literally ladies still tilling the field with the cows, with the oxen, with that thing, and they walk behind it and they till the field. That doesn't matter. You're the second largest economy in the world now, buddy. You're beyond. You're beyond. Now you can use that money to develop those places for your people. Anyways, that's political crap and just global economic crap, but it's real. What Trump is saying is real. He's a fucking moron, but economically, whoever's telling him stuff is telling him the truth. The political posturing sparked off last week when President Trump decidedly slapped a trade tariff on $50 billion worth of Chinese imports in a bid to compensate the United States for what he believed to be years of alleged Chinese intellectual property theft. And they do. They've been doing this since the 90s. Everybody knows this, so this isn't anything new. But for you guys who are probably not, into economics and stuff, you're just kind of crypto guys or whatever. Let me tell you, the Chinese, what they did back in the 90s, Ford, Boeing, everybody fired 40,000 Americans at a time, 20,000 Americans at a time. Whole towns were wiped away because Ford and Boeing and all our Caterpillar and them, they all took off to China so they could pay cheap wages to the laborers over there. And then they thought they'd just sell their stuff back here, but for the same price, right? A tractor cost 50 grand in 1990. Well, they took the manufacturing over to China. Yeah, they still sold that. So in 1991, they still sold that tractor for 50,000. But it only cost them fractions of a penny because now they have a Chinaman doing it, right? And so, but the intellectual property thing is, so once our companies went over there, the Chinese government was like, okay, we'll allow you to set up shop here, but you have to have 40% of your top management, have to be Chinese citizens. Well, what the fuck do you think they did? They just put PLA soldiers in those positions, took them out of their uniforms, put them in a suit and tie, and told them to go work for these American companies and the Europeans too. Like, they've been doing this to everybody. It's not just us, and the Russians. I'll tell you a story about Russia in a second. And so this is the intellectual property thing. And what they did was, obviously, they're building this stuff. They just kept funneling the information back to their trade secrets and everything back to the PLA. That's the People's Liberation Army of China. Check out this story about Russia. China, this was a few years ago, like a bunch of years ago. China wanted to upgrade their military, right? So they bought a jet fighter from Russia. A new, Russia's got the MiG, whatever, right? So a MiG Sukhoi something. And so they were like, hey, man, let us buy one jet fighter and let us test it out, and then we'll buy more jet fighters if it's cool. So Russia was like, yeah, no problem. Putin was like, cool, here, have a jet fighter, and test it out and tell us what you want if you want more. About a year later, they go back to the Chinese. They're like, hey, guys, so what's up? You guys want that jet fighter or what? China was like, nah, that's cool. We've built our own new one. Wow. It sure did look similar to that Russian one. What the Chinese did, they reversed engineered the jet fighter and just built their own. So, right now it's policy in Russia. Whenever the PLA wants to make the Chinese army wants to make a purchase from Russia, they tell them to buy 100 pieces or more. So if you want artillery, you have to buy 100 pieces of artillery because they know that the Chinese are just going to reverse engineer it. That's just a funny little thing. But it's true. It's property theft, man. Intellectual property theft. They've been doing this since the 90s. So the Far East responded in kind and threatened to place a like-for-like tariff on U.S. imports into China unless the new punitive tariff was removed. In an attempt to strong-arm the opposition, President Trump fought back by asking U.S. Trade Representative Robbie Lighthizer to draw up a list, and this is where we're going to make our money, to draw up a list of $200 billion worth of Chinese products they can attach a further tariff to, including an additional $200 billion worth if China retaliates on the first $200 billion worth. So what they did is they tariffed him for $50 billion, and Trump's like, all right, there's $50 billion. You owe us. And the Chinese are like, oh, no, hell no. So we're going to tariff you. So Trump's like, oh, yeah? Well, if you tariff us for $50 billion, I'm going to tariff you for $200 billion. And then he told it, look at here, believe me, what did he say? He said he told the motherfucker to draw up a list of $250 billion worth of Chinese products that they can attach a further tariff to. So that first $200 billion there, that's if the Chinese decide to retaliate. But Trump didn't just go there. He wasn't just like, no, we're just going to give them $200 billion worth. He's like, yo, motherfuckers, check this out. If you guys retaliate on that 200, I have an additional $200 worth of retaliation. Dudes, right now, it's sending the markets crazy. Last night, the Forex market, we went nutty. It's called flight to safety because everyone's afraid of what's happening. If you're in the Forex market right now, buy US dollars, Japanese yen, Swiss franc. You should already know that if you're a Forex trader, but just in case you're a noob. Flight to safety, it's called risk off. Risk on, risk off. Oh, it's definitely going to be risk off time. Google those words, Google flight to safety. You'll see what I'm saying. And so this guy's about to bring, oh my gosh, a firestorm on these Chinese, okay? So, but the good news for us is, why are you telling us about trade policy, motherfucker? Like, what the hell? I thought this was a cryptocurrency and blockchain show. Well, it is. And if the American dollar starts falling, the Chinese renminbi starts falling, other currencies around the world start falling, people are going to look for another safe haven. Maybe they look to crypto. If I look at the crypto market, Tron, Stellar, IOTA, EOS, NEOS, Bitcoin, all the names, they're all going up, but my flipping dollar is going down. Maybe I buy some crypto to protect the value of my wealth. Oh, let's get into it. That's why we're talking about this. So what I'm trying to say is, or what this whole thing is about is, guys, this trade war might not be good for the American people, and it's not going to be good for the Chinese people, but for us as investors, and I'm going to tell you something. This is sick. I know you're not going to like hearing this, but I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? When there is fear in the markets, fear and terror, let me tell you it like this. When there's fear and terror in the markets globally, that's when we make the most fucking money. There are two emotions in trading: greed and fear. As the price of your thing goes the way you want it, you're greedy. When it's going away, sorry guys, now to give you a middle finger. When it goes away, now you're fearful. Fear, man, people sell a lot faster than they buy. I've made about 70% of my money shorting the Forex market. I'm a short motherfucker. I short everything. Because it's the most money. The people are afraid. They're just like, I want out. So we make tons. Let me tell you something. We're about to make tons of money with this. If you're a crypto investor, a lot of people around the world, when this trade war heats up, they're going to feel the pain of it as well. Not just us Americans and the Chinese, all around the world. And, you know, if they're smart, they might want to put their money in some crypto to keep their money safe, right? So that's the benefit for us here in the crypto market. So meanwhile, in the midst of this trade war, the geopolitical unrest has directed a surge of capital back into the global crypto market. There has been a surge of capital back into the global crypto markets as individuals on both sides of the Pacific withdraw into decentralized virtual assets to protect their interests. The global market capital has enjoyed a $16 trillion increase in the last 24 hours, or $1 billion increase in the last trillion. That'd be awesome. We'd all be rich right now. Last 24 hours, and is looking promising to retrace back towards 300 billion as U.S. and Chinese stock market FUD increases. Oh, the FUD's heavy. The FUD's heavy in the markets right now. So it's likely that as this war continues between the two superpowers, smart investors will seek to leverage their opportunity to make profits, taking advantage of the fact that both the traditional financial market and the crypto market operate on completely separate planes. And that's the good thing. This means that the crypto market could continue to improve as tensions rise and international trade concerns deepen, lifting the digital assets out of a long bearish period. This might be the thing that we need to get out of this bearish period, you know? This might be the catalyst. As people get afraid, this is number 1 and 2 in the world when it comes to America and China in terms of economic clout. So, if these guys are doing stuff and you're whatever country you live in, your currency is going down, maybe you just put it in some Bitcoin and hope that Bitcoin doesn't crash too, though, right? Nothing's for sure. Anyways, guys, so that's what I wanted to tell you. This trade war might help us with this crypto stuff. Maybe that's why we're in the green today. Maybe that's why we're seeing this, because this fucker Trump just mentioned this shit the other day, right? And maybe that's why we're seeing finally, well, I mean, it's only one day and these moves aren't shit. But maybe that's a stabilization and everyone's like stabilized right now. And let's wait to see what the Chinese say. Let me tell you, as a Forex trader, oh my gosh, if the Chinese retaliate, oh my gosh, I'm shorting everything against the dollar, the yen, and the Swiss franc. I mean, risk off, flight to safety. It is a no-brainer, people. It is a no-brainer. All right, so guys, that was the news of the day. Thank you for coming. My name is Shamari. Come on back daily. Come on back often. Now, remember, I keep telling you guys about this, but I want to remind you, we're going to be doing airdrops starting this weekend. I told you yesterday about getting starting a new email address and getting a Neo, Stellar, and Ethereum wallet, because that's where the airdrops go. Those are the coins used for these airdrops. And, get a Telegram, Facebook, Twitter account going under that new email. Don't use your real stuff. Just use this stuff for airdrops, Get it ready. We're going to be airdropping on Saturday. These things are so easy. I did my first one the other day. It took me I think it was 10 minutes. And that's it. And then you get free coins. They give them out later in the year, right? So get ready for that. So guys, it's nice having you. I always enjoy doing this for you. We're all in this together. This is the revolution. We're all going to get rich. I told you, you're going to get rich. Custodianship. Look at yesterday's video. Remember, custodianship. That is going to be your favorite word for the rest of your life. All right, so please subscribe below. And I learned that there's a little bell or something by the subscribe thing. So subscribe there. And then there's a bell. When you subscribe, press that bell and you'll just get automatic updates. You don't have to find this channel on, by searching or something or come back here. But subscribe and it'll just tell you automatically, all right? So anyways, that's it for the day, guys. Let's wrap it up. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Stellar, Cardano, IOTA, Tron, top 10. And we are done for the day, people. Have a good one.